Hello, this is Leah here from Blissful Being, and today's short video is all about our beautiful tea tree sourced from Australia, Melaleuca tea tree. I love tea tree. It is such a beautiful smell, especially doTERRA's tea tree. It doesn't smell, fake and clinical like tea tree that you might buy from a supermarket or something. It's very gentle and calm and just delicious. I love it, love it. So let's talk about tea tree. So, I just licked it. Tea trees, it's not very nice. Tea tree is sourced from Australia because we grow tea tree best. It's actually grown around here somewhere. I need to find out where, but it's around my area, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I'm drinking cold coffee. And tea tree has been used for centuries by the Indigenous people of Australia to heal wounds and cuts. The antiseptic properties of tea tree are much, much higher, especially when it's sourced the way that doTERRA sources it, and grown in Australia where we grow it best. The antiseptic properties of tea tree are much higher than what you'll find in a little antiseptic cream. Let me tell you that. This little guy is amazing for cuts. So if your little person or yourself falls over, cuts themselves on something, grazes themselves, I'll be applying this. I'm not putting betadine on there. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I put some tea tree diluted on there and it heals amazingly well, stops infection. Tea tree is amazing. I just love the smell, sorry. So it's been used for a long time by our Indigenous ancestors here in Australia, but it's also got fantastic properties for the immune system. So it's really great at helping the body to fight off external factors that are trying to enter and tamper with the body's normal functioning. So tea tree is great for the immunity, and I include that in my Immune Bomb blend, which you'll see later when I talk about On Guard, and I'll show you how to make that. But other uses for tea tree, it's great for anything skin related. So it's quite similar to lavender in that sense, and it combines beautifully with lavender. They blend really, really well together. They pair beautifully, and I use the two of them in a little ouchie blend that I keep in my bag all the time. And I think I've posted that on the lavender day, but you'll be able to see that and use that one to make up a little roller bottle for yourself. But tea tree is great, especially for post-waxing. So if you wax your private areas or your eyebrows or your husband shaves, you can use the tea tree as a post-wax, beautiful, calming, gentle wipe instead of using those yucky post-wax wipes that come in the packs or come in the wax kit or whatever. Because they're usually filled with some pretty nasty chemicals and fragrances and things that are going directly into your open, vulnerable pores of your skin, which is not ideal, especially in your womanly areas. You don't want that. So what I do is I just put a drop of tea tree into the palm of my hand, a little squirt of my fractionated coconut oil, and then I rub that on my areas that I've waxed. Or on my eyebrows, and it takes the red sting away really, really quickly. And I even have my husband doing it after shaving, and he just pats his face with it, and he doesn't get those little pimply rashes that he used to get. I also wax his back. I shouldn't be saying that on a video. What else? And then I put the tea tree and coconut oil over that, and that really helps with the redness and those pimply bits that you can get from waxing. It's great for any kind of rash or anything like that. Ticks are out at the moment. It's just coming into winter. There's lots of ticks about at the moment, so tea tree is great for ticks. Most of us know that. So it's a good one to have in your first aid kit, along with lavender, of course. So for anything itchy or things like that, it's really great for. It's great for a sore throat, and it's in the syrup, the immune building syrup that I'll post a graphic of as well on the On Guard day. So it's in there because it's really great for soothing a scratchy throat. I also use tea tree in a head lice deterrent that I make. So I just make it up in a little spritzer bottle like this, and I put tea tree. I also put rosemary. It's really great for the head lice deterrent as well. And I also put some lavender in there. I put about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar because nits don't like that either. And then I top it up with water and add a small squirt of the normal conditioner that I use. Give it a good shake, and you've got a detangler, but also a head lice deterrent that doesn't smell horrible. And I spray that in my children's hair every day before school, and it's been working really well. The only time it doesn't work is when you forget to use it. So Remember that. What else do I use tea tree for? The ears. Tea tree is fantastic for ears and ear discomfort. So if you get sore, painful ears, or your children do, it's generally from blockages, often in the sinuses and things. So if you're congested, you might get some trouble with your ears as well. We would never put an essential oil in our ear, just a little safety warning, but just putting it down the back is more than enough. So along the front of the ear here and down the back of the ear like this, mimicking a drainage function. It's fantastic for clearing the blockages in the ears, and it takes the pain away really, really quickly. Alternatively, you can also just put a drop on a cotton ball, and then pop that cotton ball in your ear, and that's going to diffuse down and be really soothing for the ear pain as well. So tea tree is awesome for that. We also used tea tree for school sores. When we had school sores, we used I didn't, the kids did. We used tea tree on the site of the sore, and it worked fantastically well. Likewise with any kind of fungal infection or anything like that, tea tree is just great. So all kinds of skin, pretty much skin issues, ears, immunity, and obviously antifungal and things to do with cuts and scrapes and grazes. Now I'll read to you some information about tea tree emotionally. Tea tree is probably not an oil that you would automatically think of for supporting your emotions. Certainly wasn't for me, but I think that might be why I love the smell of it so much. Often when you're really drawn to an oil, that's because you need it, and especially emotionally, you'll be drawn to things that you subconsciously need. So I'm going to read to you, tea tree is the oil of energetic boundaries. So disinfected by nature, Melaleuca, also known as tea tree oil, clears negative energetic baggage. It specifically releases codependent and parasitic relationships. These toxic relationships may be with people, microorganisms in the body, or spiritual beings. The individual may feel drained of life force and energy, but may not be consciously aware of the source of this energy leakage. Melaleuca helps break the negative ties in these kinds of relationships so that new healthy connections may be formed that honour one's personal space and boundaries. This energetic vampirism between organisms violates the laws of nature. Melaleuca encourages an individual to connect to people and beings in ways that honour and respect others' agency. It helps the individual to recognise the part of themselves that invited and allowed these kinds of relationships to exist in the first place. Through these empowering processes, Melaleuca encourages an individual to relinquish all forms of self-betrayal, including allowing others to take advantage of one's time, energy, or talents, letting others feed on one's energy, not standing up for oneself, or feeling responsible for the problems of others. Melaleuca assists individuals in purification practices and in releasing toxic debris. Ooh, yeah. Energetic boundaries. So I'll take a photo of that one as well and post it in the information for today's topic, because it is pretty interesting and it's pretty cool to be able to read that and have that on hand and to refer back to. So thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the content today.